you overcome? How do you get through? How do you make it when you're combated on every side that's trying to take you out? How do you do that? Well, that's what we're talking about this morning on this morning's Manna. Overcoming, overcoming. And before we get into that, of course, we want to greet folk on this morning. We want to greet some folk on this morning. What a wonderful morning it is. Good morning, Ramona. How are you on this morning? That's right. First, first, and never last. Good morning, Arlene. How are you on this morning? Brother Nesbitt, how you doing on this morning? You already know. How do you overcome what's trying to overcome you? How do you get through it? How do you get to a place in which that thing that's trying to take you out is no longer trying to take you out? You just take it out. How about that? Good morning, Brenda. How are you? Good morning, Carolyn. How are you? Good morning, Anna. How are you? Laura, how are you on this morning? Barbara, how are you? Pastor Richard, how are you doing on this morning? Brother Pope, how are you doing on this morning? Bev, how are you on this morning? Gloria, how are you? Pamela, how are you? Verena, how are you on this morning? How do you overcome? How do you get through? How do you make it? How do you make it when the things in life are coming at you so fast, you're not sure which way is up, which way to go? How do you do that? How do you do that? Good morning, Lydia. How are you on this morning? Gerald, how are you? Cynthia, how are you? Bev, Tally, how are you? Fawn, how are you on this morning? Good morning, Deborah. How are you on this morning? You're already, I see, already. Ramona, okay. Good morning. Good morning, Angela. How are you? Good to see you. I guess you got the day off. Good morning, Vaughn. How are you? Ella, how are you on this morning? Francine, how are you? I want to get into how do you make it? How do you get through when you're going through? How do you get on the other side of that situation? I don't know about you, but every now and then I need some handles to kind of prop me up so I can pull myself up, so I can pull myself out of the situation. Now, I'm not going to bring up my book, whatever. I'm going to wear you out about that tomorrow, of course, because I want you to be a part of our signing on Sunday. You already know that. But this morning, let's just deviate just a little bit. How do I get through what's trying to take me out? How do I make it? How do I make it? That's the thing that we need to talk about on this morning. Good morning, Elder Jan. How are you on this morning? That's exactly what we want to deal with on this morning. And it's the text to talk to take away 5 minutes or less, you already know. And here is the text. It's 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 9, the NIV translation. Paul talking. Here's what he says. We're hard pressed on every side. Anybody you know? But not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. That's a parallel life. One side of the track of my life is going well. The other side of the track of my life, not so much. You ever been there? Let me read it again. Paul talking about all that he's dealt with. We're hard pressed on every side. Raise your hand. But not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. Hardships will come. You already know that. No doubt about it. Life will press you, stretch you. And at times it's going to feel like it's going to break you. But Paul reminds us of this. No matter the intense pressure, we're not crushed. No matter how confusing the problems that we're confronted with daily or the circumstances, we're not in despair. No matter how painful the persecution, we will not be abandoned by Jesus Christ. And even when life knocks us down, we're not destroyed. Why? Here's the reason why. I'll give you the three things in a moment. Just want to give you the context. Because The God in you is greater than the struggle around you. The God in you is greater than the struggle around you. Hardships are not designed to define you, but refine you. Would you consider Joseph thrown into the pit, into slavery, falsely imprisoned, yet rose to be the prime minister? Job lost everything, ended up on the other half of that with more than he had at the very beginning. And Jesus endured the hardship of the cross, but rose again on the third day. And you have that same power on the inside of you. So I want you to grab a hold of this. How do you overcome hardships? How do you get through what's trying to take you out? First thing is this: pressure builds endurance. What you survive strengthens you for what's ahead of you. What you survive strengthens you for what's ahead of you. The second thing is this: pain has a purpose. God never wastes suffering. He doesn't. God has a great memory. And all that you're going through, God uses to help you get through. The third thing is this: faith is your key. Faith is your key. You don't have to see the way out. You just have to trust your way out. You don't have to trust your way out. You don't have to see your way out. Trust the one who's going to bring you out. What's your takeaway this morning? Hardships don't define you. They make you. They don't define you. They make you. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the manna. And I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. God bless you. Bye now.